Welcome to the Real Uncensored Browns fan channel. Tuning in here on this lovely Sunday on May 26th. Just wanted to drop in. Obviously, still in the off season. Not too really much to talk about, but there has been a few things that kind of went on that I can basically shed my thoughts on. First thing I wanted to start off was with the new information, the new press conference in regards to the 2019 NFL draft being hosted in Cleveland, Ohio. And my thoughts on that. I think it's a good thing, man. I think it's an amazing thing. It's definitely fun. To know that we could have the experience, we could be a part of that. Which is such a big time for a lot of people. Just the fact that so many different families, so many different rounds, so many different teams, so many different team needs. Where it's a big family thing, you know what I'm saying? I've had a couple family members, have to participate in this and kind of wait for their name to be called. So it's a real great thing, man. To be honest, just to partake in those festivities. I don't really know what to do during these type of things. I mean, is it better to be in there or is it better to just be out, kind of hitting a strip? I mean, that's the only thing that I would probably be like, well, what goes on during the draft, or when the draft is in your town, what type of fun do you do? Like, what's the etiquette? I guess the draft etiquette. I don't know. But nonetheless, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of drinking involved. I'm sure there's gonna be some type of tailgating somewhere. But like, I just be honest, I just watch the draft to see our picks, really. But so just standing in the room and waiting the other teams to make their picks or whatever like that, kind of boring. But nonetheless, it just goes to show that this town, this city, is starting to grow as far as popularity. And it's kind of been like that for a while now. Obviously, LeBron James started it, but everybody's starting to take notice. Like one that Pegs and Tutu song, where the CLE, not Cleveland. So it's starting to get there, man. It's starting to get to that point where Cleveland is starting to be a hot city, and I mean they got some ways to go. I mean, they're doing the best they can with the casinos and stuff like that. Then obviously, I mean, Cedar Point's in Sandusky, so it's not really in Cleveland, but I mean, North Ohio starting to, spread its wings. Total Ohio, it's a lot of stuff to do. In Columbus as well as Cincinnati, but definitely a good time, man. So I'm excited to see about that. The NFL draft. I don't know if I said the 2019 NFL draft, but I meant to say the 2021 draft will be in Cleveland. So I do apologize if I said the 2019 draft, but the 2020 draft. Going on to the next thing that I did want to address with you guys is the Gerald McCoy signings. I just read a good article by Terry Pluto, and he was just talking about what it would take to sign Gerald McCoy, and given the nature as far as like what the the asking price of his money, what he was getting at Tampa Bay, he was making like he was supposed to make $13 million. It was a non-guaranteed back in Tampa Bay, and then as far as we already done paid Olivia Vernon like almost close to $13 million already. 15 million, 15.2 million, and we paid Sheldon Richardson $8 million. So obviously you see that room is starting to get a little stiff as far as money wise. So definitely a great player from the stats, from the news, 6-time Pro Bowler. Definitely could make an immediate impact. I don't see him harming us at all. I only see him making us better. How much better? Would he be the final stone into really solidifying us making it to the playoffs, thus trying to win the Super Bowl? It's possible, when you create that pressure. I mean, when you get interior line pressure, outside line pressure, I mean, it could open up so many things for your team. It really does. It can make the deficiencies that you might have otherwhere in other places. It might make them look less deficient. It might be able to actually disguise the deficiency because you have to worry about so much of just the pass rush, the run, the run stop. I don't think we're gonna have running problems in this defense with Steve Wilks. Um, to cut to the chase, do I feel like we need Gerald McCoy? Do we sign him? I honestly I you have to leave it to the experts. You gotta leave it to John and his team. You gotta leave it to Elliot. Just basically as far as like, can the two parties meet in the middle? Now, if he's willing to sacrifice a few millions of dollars to be on a team for a possibility of winning the NFL championship, um, I would say, yeah, if we can meet in the middle to a good pricing ground, then go ahead and sign him. But if it's more so swaying on his side to pay him more than what we can afford to pay him. Not saying that we can't afford to pay him because we do have the money, but you got a lot of things that we gotta focus on in the future that we gotta be prepared for, and we don't want to just be spending money willy nilly just so that we can. I mean, if it any given Sunday, I get it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to win the championship, you gotta win it now, and that's kind of what we've been on. But let's be honest here. You know what I'm saying? We don't really know 100% what we have, and even though, like I said, Gerald McCoy could I don't disagree that he would make our team better. You know what I'm saying? That he would make our team better. I don't disagree with that. But the matter of fact is that you got a lot of players that we have to probably re-sign after this year, and then the year after that on top of that. So um I think our defensive line is good where it's at. I agree with Myles Garrett. I believe that the guys that are in there right now can all make an impact. I think we need to do a measuring stick. I think we kind of need to do a heat check before we just go ahead and sign Gerald McCoy. But that's just me saying this right now, because last time when I said I didn't want Odell Beckham, the next day they went ahead and finalized that trade. So, so I'm trying to be careful on what I'm saying because maybe they see something that I don't see, and I don't want to look stupid. But I mean, hey, this is an opinion, you know what I mean? So I'm just giving it the way that I feel or way I see it. And basically, I don't see that there's a real immediate need for Gerald McCoy. If there's anything that we need immediately, uh, I'm not 100%. What's the word? I don't want to say confident because I like the guys that we got here in the linebacker room, but the question mark is the linebacker room. We got Joe Sherbert, who I like a lot, Christian Kirksey, who I'm not 100% sold on, even though he's been here for a long time. And then we got Jannard Avery, who I do like, but I'm not really 100% sure on his pass coveraging. Because if you look, we had a lot of like space in the middle from last year where, between the 5 yard to the 10 yard, where just the middle of the field was completely open. I hope we don't have to see that again. I think that's what's really stopping us from really being a bona fide, all around favorite, is that we need a couple linebackers, one to two, maybe all three, where it's a force where you have to respect it because they demand respect on their names for real. I think instead of on the defensive line, linebacker is what really need where we can be like, all right, it's worth to spend that money a little bit more right now because we trying to win a Super Bowl. I think linebacker group is where we might find our trouble at. But again, it's a measuring stick time. You know what I'm saying? This team is all new. We still got to kind of find a way to mesh it together and iron it out. Iron out the wrinkles. Make sure everything looks nice. Everything it looks nice, cohesive. Um, so I think that is the biggest thing that we should probably be focusing on. And in regards to my 19-0 thing, I know I've been screaming it. I'm screaming it now, but I'm gonna do what John Dorsey told me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pump the brakes a little bit. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna chill. You know, on the 19-0 hollerings. You know, that's just me being a fan and just looking at the roster and just like who gonna stop us. But if you want to look at it realistically, I mean, this realistically, given our new due history, I still say 19-0. But just to say like it might not happen, not to put the pressure on them, I think we could go at least 13-3. I think it's only gonna take that one game. We might lose a couple more just to kind of like, you know, to pump our brakes because we might get a little big headed. But I really don't see that out of the guys. But nonetheless, you know, it is Baker's second year, so is he gonna have a sophomore slump? And like I said, the linebacker thing, you know what I'm saying? We gotta really see what we got out of this linebacker unit. I'm confident everywhere else. I'm confident in the secondary. I'm confident in the defensive line. The linebacker unit, I like Taki. I wanted Mac Wilson. So, you know, we'll see what happens there. But you know, offensively, I know that I said Baker having second year slump, but or he might. I ain't gonna say he is, but he can carry this team, man. He definitely can do it. I feel like he's one of those type of players where he's not lacking. He's not doofy. He's not goofy. He knows the game. He's a nerd, and he's gonna make the right plays. So I'm excited to see what's going on. You know, obviously we still got at least like over 100 days left until, you know, the season start really moving on its way. So yeah, I just wanted to check in and kind of discuss, you know, a few of those things. Like I said, the Gerald McCoy thing, I probably wouldn't do it if it's not, you know, where both parties can meet in the middle. But you know, it would be kind of shitty to see him go to a different team. But you know, we ain't worried about it. So it is what it is. We'll see if we can get him, see if we can't. You know, like I said, 2021 draft is in Cleveland this year, and I'm still preaching that 19-0, but I'm gonna chill out for Dorsey. You know what I'm saying? So it's good talking to y'all. I'm heading out.